Shalom. I'm start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Arachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. And I just want to make a video responding to this comment that was left on my video. And I'm going to try to be brief and candid. I'm not going to really, give my own opinion. I'm just going to give you a direct answer from what the scriptures say. So this brother here, he left this comment and he says, "Greetings, righteous brother." And I'm striving to be righteous, all right? I have a question. I'm interested in being with an Israelite sister who has two children by another man, ages 6 and 16. She did not marry her children's father because he didn't want to be married, even though she wanted to marry him at the time he got her pregnant. They grew apart after the 7-year-old was born. She'd been in the truth for almost 3 years, and now her children's father want her back. But neither is he in the truth. And I'm gonna just stop right there because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether he's in the truth or not. If she's laying with that man and she has a few children by that man, by default, that is her husband. He didn't have to slide a ring on her finger for them to be married. And usually you have the ceremony, which was part of the custom. When a father married his daughter off, they would have the wedding feast and all that. And in this current society, marriage, we all know, is a racket, and it's set up for the man to pretty much take the L. It gives the woman, more right than the man do. He has more to lose in the entire thing. And he probably didn't want the state to be, a middleman, a third party in their union. So, you can actually sympathize with why men don't, follow through with the actual marriage. But we know, according to the scriptures, once a man lay down with a woman, she becomes his wife. So technically, her and that man, they're pretty much married, all right? And you're saying that basically the dude wants her back. Basically, he wants to come back. Well, if that's the case, then you got to let that one go, because technically that is his woman. All right, even if he's a unbelieving husband, that's still her husband. Okay? And it says, "Would I be committing adultery or fornication if I slept with or choose to marry this woman?" And the answer is yes. Technically, yes. It would be adultery, it would be fornication. Now, I'm going to just answer the matter with the scriptures. I'm going to let you see what the scriptures say. One, and we've been dealing with this topic, because IUIC, they've been going off on this very same topic. And if you was to go to IUIC, they would actually tell you it's fair game because her husband is not in the truth. But the scriptures clearly speaks against that. All right. So let's go to Matthew 19. This is Matthew 19, and I'm gonna start at verse 3 because this is the Pharisees trying to pick the Lord's brain, trying to insult his intelligence, and the Lord's gonna pretty much answer them according to the scriptures. So this is Matthew 19:3. It says, "The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore the Most High have joined together, let no man put asunder. So no man is to really come between that, because the Lord put them together. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffer you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so. Because, you know, Jake was going to be hard-headed. They were going to be wicked anyway. So just in case this type of thing happened, the Lord had Moses add the divorce law into the law. But from the beginning, it was not designed for a man to put away his woman. Because, and then it's going to explain why. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery. So, you're not to put away your woman under any circumstance unless she committed adultery. And technically, if she committed adultery, she's to be put to death, her and the man that slept with her, that laid with her. But outside of that, you're not to put away your woman, because what you're doing is you're going to cause her to commit adultery. And matter of fact, let's go to the account in was it Mark? Yeah, Mark 10. And verse 11, it says, and he saith unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another, committeth adultery against her. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committeth adultery. So if that sister, if she gets with you and disregard the fact that her children's father wants to be with her, then she would be an adulteress and you would be an adulterer if you was to, entertain, that whole ordeal. Now, let's go to 1 Corinthians 7 now, because we don't know the ins and outs of that whole situation. That's between her and him. Only she know and only he know what happened between them as to why they were, separated, wasn't dealing with each other. But if he's trying to reconcile and he wants that own thing back, so to speak, then you're supposed to let that happen. All right. And this is what the scriptures say, 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 10. It says, and unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. But and if she depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. And, I'm not sure what happened in between that time period when, after the second child was born and they stopped dealing with each other. We don't know how much time then went on. And we don't know if she's been with any other man since then. But when a man and a woman are separated, she's supposed to be unmarried. She's supposed to remain, celibate, so to speak. All right, she's not supposed to be trying to deal with any other man. So if he's trying to come back to her, that means that he's trying to reconcile. There's some type of reconciliation. And if she wants to follow the scriptures, she has to honor that. Because that is the father of her children. That is her husband. It says, verse 12, but to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believe not, and she be pleased to dwell with them, let him not put her away. And IUIC teach the opposite of that. And that's where, all type of adultery goes down. That dude, Pastor Dow, he's going down for this type of thing. Removing dudes from the body, finding, alts with them, removing them from the body and ousting them out like as if they're unbelievers, and then using that as an excuse to take their wives. So that dude, he's in an adulterous relationship, and that's why he's catching all kind of heat. It says, and the woman which have an husband that believeth not, and in that case, her husband is not in the truth. Her baby's father is not in the truth. So he's an unbeliever, but he wants it back. So it says, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. And that's the answer to that. So she's not to really leave him. It says, for the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, but the Most High have called us to peace. So, if he wants to leave and he wants nothing to do with her, then that's one thing. But if they were separated and they wasn't seeing eye to eye, but there's still room for reconciliation, that's where you step to the side. You walk away from that and let that woman deal between her and her husband, and that's between her husband, and her Heavenly Father. So you're to really not get in between that. The moment that you learn that the father is back in the picture and is trying to get back in the picture, you got to leave that alone. And I would actually cut it off. I wouldn't have any communication with her. So who knows if that man who's trying to get back into it with her, who knows if he'll be willing to, get sanctified, be converted just through her, her behavior, her conduct, and seeing, her transition. That she might be able to pull him in. And I would think that would be the better thing to do. Because, you don't want to get caught up in, none of the messiness, because that type of thing goes down. Coming out of these different dysfunctional situations, man. There's no order amongst us as a nation. That's why things is all screwed up. This is why, when you come into this thing, there's an order, there's a structure, so that none of this confusion, hits us. So I hope this answers your question, and I'm going to leave off with this one in Romans, the 7th chapter. Romans 7:1, it says, know you not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth. For the woman which have an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if he be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband. So then if, while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. And that's pretty much the answer to your comment. And I hope you took from that, and I hope you were edified. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.